And so based off of where you are now, what is a realistic monthly goal? Because what we have to do is we have to start with the end in mind. And then what we got to do is we got to kind of switch things up a little bit, right? So if you've never made a dime before, the goal might be, as I see Richard's got, 1K a month. And that's more than fair. That's more than realistic. Somebody else is saying that they want to do 5K a month. Now, if you've already made $500 a month or $1,000 a month and you've proven that, then 5K a month by the end of 90 days is possibly realistic. It's A, realistic, it's B, a stretch. That's what we want. We want it realistic, but a stretch, right? It's $500 a month, $1,000 a month, 2K a month. Awesome, cool. So we start with understanding the goal, okay? We start with understanding the goal. And then what we need to realize is this, and I need you to listen to me very carefully with regard to what I'm going to tell you. Your goal, I just said write down a goal on how much money you want to make per month within the first 90 days of 2021. And you wrote down that number. Now, what I'm here to tell you is that the goal that you just wrote down is not the goal. Let me say that again. The goal that you just wrote down is not the goal, okay? In order to achieve, so what we as human beings do is we don't determine our results. We don't. What we determine are our habits, and those habits determine our results. Let me say that again. We don't determine our results, we determine our habits, and our habits determine our results. How many of you understand what I'm saying when I say that? Type in the chat and let me know. Awesome, cool, absolutely awesome, cool. So if we understand that the goal, oops, just kicked my water over. If we understand that the goal is the habit, then my question is, what habits would we have to create in order to achieve that goal? And then what we have to do is we have to make our new goal to do the habit. All right? The new goal is to do the habit. Let me give you an example by telling you guys a little story, true story. Now, this may be very hard for you to believe given how sexy I am now, but I used to be extremely shy around women. I was super scared. I'm a really good dancer. I used to be in a hip hop crew, and I'm pretty good on the dance floor. And back in college, I would go out to nightclubs and I would be dancing. And even after college, all throughout my 20s, I would be out dancing. And I would have some cute girl come up to me and she would say, "Devon, you're a great dancer." And I'd be like, "Thanks, you're pretty." And then I would run away. Okay. I was terrified of the opposite sex. And so one day when I was in my late 20s, how many of you, type in the chat, let me know if you've ever seen the movie Hitch with Will Smith. Have any of you ever seen the movie Hitch with Will Smith? If you have, type, okay, yes. Some of you guys have, some of you, okay, cool. If you haven't seen it, the long and the short of it is that Hitch, Will Smith, is a dating coach for lovable losers, right? Guys who want to get the girl, Hitch is the dating coach for them. So when I was about 27-ish years old, I had my own Hitch. This guy's name was Jason. Jason was my Hitch. Jason took me under his wing and taught me how to talk to girls. And one night, true story, Jason and I are out at a restaurant. And we were at a restaurant, we were eating dinner, and then after dinner, we were going to go to a nightclub. And Jason says to me, "Hey, Devon, I'm going to make you a bet." And I said, "Okay, what's the bet?" He says, "The bet is the person who says hi to the most girls tonight wins $10. And I said, "Don't you mean the person who gets the most phone numbers wins $10? He said, No. The person who just says hi wins $10. I said, "Oh, you mean the person who gets the most dates?" He said, "No. The person who just says hi, between the two of us, to the most girls tonight wins $10. Just then, our waitress came up to take our drink orders. I turn to the waitress and I say, "Hi, I love your glasses. They're super cute. High five." High-fived her. She took our drink orders. I turned to Jason and I said, "I just said hi to her, is that a point for me? And he was like, yes, Devon, 1 point for you. I was like, awesome sauce. So we finish our dinner, we get to the nightclub, and I'm going around and I'm saying hi to every girl that I can. I'm like, hey girl, how you doing? What's up? Hi. Oh, I like that dress. High five. Oh, you look good tonight. High five. Hi. And I'm saying hi to everybody because I am dead focused on winning this $10. Okay. About the fourth girl I say hi to does something surprising. She says hi back. She said hi back to me. And I was like, and then she asked me a question. She was like, how are you doing tonight? And so I answered the question. And then she asked me another question. And I'm thinking to myself, this girl's going to ruin my $10 if she keeps talking to me. She was cute, so I kept talking to her. One thing led to another. We end up talking the whole night. We end up dancing together. And at the end of the night, I lost the bet because the fourth girl ended up just talking to me, and we exchanged phone numbers and we scheduled a date for later. And we get in the car, Jason and I get in the car at the end of the night, and I hand Jason the $10. And Jason's like, did you understand the point of what we did tonight? And I was like, I think so, but tell it to me just in case. He says, Devon, what I need you to understand is that the reason that human beings, and I'm paraphrasing what he said to me, he says, the reason that human beings don't take the actions that they're supposed to take in order to get the results that they want to get is often because we play this game with ourselves where we say, what if it doesn't work? What if something negative happens when I take the action, right? What if I go up to this girl and I say hi and she says something mean to me? What if I email my list and nobody opens and nobody buys anything? What if I email my list and somebody emails me back telling me to F off? Right? And what if I anger people on my list? So often the reason that we don't do the things that we're supposed to do is because we're scared of what might happen if we do them. He said, by making the goal not to get a phone number, not to get a date, but instead just to say hi, then we shifted the focus on not what you really wanted, but we just shifted the focus to taking the action, to doing the habit. Does that make sense? Are you guys following me so far? We changed the focus. We changed the goal from get a phone number to just say hi. Make sense? We changed the goal from get a phone number to just say hi. And when we changed the goal to just completing the action that we could be into, that we had power over. I can't control whether or not she says hi. I cannot control whether or not she says yes or whether or not she finds me attractive. Just like you cannot control whether or not somebody opens an email or clicks on a link or buys something from that email. By shifting it to just what we can control, then we end up taking the actions. And when we're doing something just for the sake of doing the action and we're not worried about the result, then we end up getting the result anyway. Let me say that again. When you take the action without concern for the result, you end up getting the result anyway. So if you're trying to lose weight, then the goal should not be to lose 30 pounds. Your goal is simply to go to the gym today. Okay? Just go to the gym today. That's it. If you go to the gym today and you eat well today, then regardless of what the scale says, you won, you accomplished your goal. Okay? That's it. That's how it works. Did you do something to get traffic today? If you did, then you won, regardless of what the traffic does. Did you email your list today? Regardless of whether anybody opens or bought, whether or not anybody opened or bought or clicked on the link. If you did, then you won. That's how this works. So if you want to have the best year ever, then what you do is step one, you start with the end result in mind. I want to lose 30 pounds. I want to make $1,000 a month in my internet business. I want to whatever. Then we say, what actions am I going to have to take consistently in order to get that? You say, well, the actions I'm going to have to take is that I'm going to have to grow my list every day. And then I'm going to have to email my list on a daily basis. And the other thing that you're going to have to do is detach yourself from the outcome. I'm going to have to email my list every day and grow my list every day. And I'm going to have to make sure that it doesn't affect me when somebody doesn't open or buy. Okay? Because I can't control that. All right? When you take action, Rocky says, without the concern for the result, you accomplish the result. Right? Perfect. That's exactly right, Rocky. When you take action without concern for the result, then you end up getting the result anyway. So let me ask you a question. How many of you, and you don't have to answer in the chat, how many of you have ever done this? And Lord knows I'm guilty of it. How many of you have ever gotten started in a program, whether 12-minute affiliate or anything else, was really excited, got your system set up, ordered your traffic, saw some people on your list and maybe even made a sale, and then you were super excited your first week, and then your next week you didn't make another sale, and so you quit and got dejected and moved on to something else? You don't have to answer that in the chat, just answer it to yourself. I've done that a million times. I remember once I joined an MLM program, like way long time ago, probably like 2004. And I joined and I was super excited, and I brought in 9 people into this network marketing program my first month. And I thought that what was going to happen is that I was going to bring 9 people, and each of those 3 were going to get 3 who were going to get 3, and I was going to be rich. I went from 9 people my first month to 12 people my second month to 4 people my third month. And by my 5th month, I had quit. And what I did wrong was that the first month I took a series of actions because I was excited, and those actions got me results. And then I took my foot off of the pedal. I took my foot off of the gas. Okay?